Revelation, Revelation, chapter 14, verse 4. These are they which are not defiled with woman, for they are virgins. They are, these are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruit unto Yahweh, and the Lamb, and to the Lamb Yahweh Shah. I'd like to give all prayers and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakodash. The Wadi Ba'ashem Yahushua for giving us the apostles and the elders of great millstone who deserve double honors, rightfully so. Shalom to the Akim, pushing the word of sincerity and the truth and being faith-based and being prepared for what is to come. And what is to come? Race wars, famine, concentration camps, Star 5D tripping to the mark of the beast. 200 million missiles hitting the soils of America. Simultaneously, the chariots of the Lord lift up the hopeful elect into the chambers. Simultaneously, the chariots of the Lord shooting laser beams at the ungodly and the heathens. Rightfully so. Hey, I'll brought this out of the Lord at the course of this video. Just a vessel seeking salvation out of this filthy place, spiritually known as Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Babylon, and all other filthy customs that I've taken upon. Right now, the time is 11:10 a.m. in the morning. Sunday, June 2022. 2025. Year of 2025, the hopeful year of our deliverance and destruction and judgment on our Shashua. Hey, we're down the home stretch, and things are getting tense, getting more tighter. So we got to keep the course in this faith of ours, in this wonderful thing of ours. Brothers are we're making a call and an election sure through the spirit of Yahweh Shah. So you could always do more. So it's best to do more than to do less. It's best to make do with your calling. That's one of my slogans. Make do with my calling. And hey, we're down the home stretch. We can see it. We can see the finish line, and it's going to take a big leap of faith, and miracles, and mercy to attain this. If we're the predestinated ones, we already got it. But we don't know, But they said put on the hopeful elect, so that's what we are required to do. Put on the hopeful elect and follow the Lamb. And how you do follow the Lamb? You go where the apostles is at, the righteous men. Unless it was preached. I know that's Romans. So like the verses jumped in my mind. I got partial of it. Preacher sent Bible verse, King James Version. Yeah, I know it was Romans. Yeah. This partially jumped in my mind, so yeah. It's a fight, baby. Keep fighting, keep your dukes up. Take a jab, give 2 body shots, give a uppercut right after that jab. If you could take a shot, then you can give 3 more. Because trust me when I tell you, Satan is he gonna keep pushing. He's not gonna stop. So we can't stop. Romans 10. This is how we know. What we at? That's 14. Let me see something. This sounds real powerful, right? It says the headline reads for Romans chapter 10. The word of faith brings salvation. Woo! The word of faith brings salvation. That's just the headline for that. So another verse is jumping in my mind. I'm trying to narrow it down. Hold on, let's read this real fast. That'll be a good precept, the other one. Romans chapter 10, verse 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Who? Whosoever. How you gonna know the name? Unless you was taught the name. Okay? Unless you was taught the name. And that's what you gotta that's how I know I got the name. I was taught the name. And down the line you would hear certain other camps would say the name, and our apostles of Great Mill so solidified it, right? So what they did was, which was accurate, they said, we no longer going to use the J word, Jesus, right? You know, because we looked up how old was the J. Did it go back to the Paleo Hebrew, which is the Paleo alphabet? Did it? Because we have. Let's look at this real fast. We have. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22 characters in the ancient Hebrew alphabet, the Paleo Hebrew, the Syrian Hebrew, also known as. So, how many letters we have in today's alphabets? Let's ask. How many alphabets is in the alphabets? So they say 26. So 26, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 4 other letters was added to it. Okay. Okay, so we know the letter J was one of them, because it says that when you go into the history of it, that it came from the I. So they curved it. All right. So we can go look for other letters in here, which I'm curious to know. Which 4 letters in the alphabet is newer than the rest? Just wanted to see. I never went this far. So they're saying, okay, so this is what they say. It says, this letter, the J, this letter began, oh, you know what? We're not going to we're going to let the secretary say it, because it's a lot there. This is what I came, this is really accurate. So hold on, copy this, paste it here. Let's see what it says.
J. This letter began as a variation of I, mainly for Roman numerals or stylistic purposes. It wasn't formally recognized as a separate letter until the 16th century. U, like J, U was initially used interchangeably with V. The separation of U as a vowel and V as a consonant became more consistent in the 16th century. W. The letter W came from doubling U or V to represent the W sound common in Germanic languages. It eventually became a distinct letter.
Okay, so we got 3 there out of the 4. So it has to be a 4th one. Okay? Which, when you go into the Old English, like when we go into the Apocrypha, they use V instead of U. I noticed that, and it kind of confused me too, because of the Newspeak. And I see a U, it's supposed to be for us. They put a V. So you know, when you been monetized you see the you can see some things will confuse you. All right, so I'm still looking for one more. So it was the J. Very interesting. Okay, so we go down a little further. Identifying a fourth newer letter is more complex and depend on the specific time frame and definition of newer. Okay, then it says when you look, I'm just looking because I'm investigating this. We mostly on we mostly in observation. Like the apostle said yesterday, Apostle Hart said yesterday, all the maybe one of these videos, you know, I watch so many videos. He said all the breakdowns been put out there already, and now it's just us for us to after we got the breakdowns, now we're in observation mode. The predestinated ones, I brought this on one of them, is in observation mode. We're waiting for these last few prophecies to play out. And that's a skill, a gift given by Yahweh El Shah. And that deals with patience. All right. So this one says, let's use the secretary. That's why she's here. Copy. All right. This is the rest of the what I let you hear the first time.
Y and Z. These letters were added to the Latin alphabet to accommodate Greek loanwords during the Roman Empire. K, Q, X, and Z. Some sources suggest these letters were borrowed from the Latin alphabet but lacked function in early English. Their integration and consistent use came later.
Okay, makes sense. So it'll be multiple letters because we have our alphabets is based upon characters. It's based upon character. It's not based upon the alphabets, how they utilize it nowadays. So I'm looking at our alphabets, it's based upon characters. You know, like Ah is like Ba is that Ah is like a face of an animal. Okay? When we look at it, and I, it looks like an eyeball. So, you know, it's based upon characters. So, it did say that one little part I just heard. It wasn't consistent use. Hold on, let's hear this again. Hold on.
Y and Z. These letters were added to the Latin alphabet to accommodate Greek loanwords during the Roman Empire. K, Q, X, and Z. Some sources suggest these letters were borrowed from the Latin alphabet but lacked function in early English. Their integration and consistent use came later.
Lack function. That's the part I was wanting to hear. These alphabets that we got today lack function in the ancient time, so they utilize it now. Nowadays, it's utilized. Certain like we got Qum. Qum is Qam. That's Qum, which means rise. Qum. Karab. I'll use the brother's name. It's the CHA is it almost sounds like a like ka. You know, a lot of letters is when you add them together, like phone. If you add phone FH, it sounds like an F. But it's not an F, it's FH. I mean PH. So a lot of our letters and alphabets, it's when you add two letters together, it makes a different sound of the for the how you say, for the phrase or for the description of something you use. That's you like the phone, like the word phone is actually it's PHONE. If I said that right, phone. All right, Salakia, hold on one more second. Phone. Sure.
Here's information from digital camera.
Salakia. PHONE. NE, yeah, phone. So it sounds similar, but it's not. It's just it's spelled different. Sounds similar, but spelled different. Okay, which is something to learn. All right, so case in point, bringing that out. I was long winded. Back to being back to where was that? Back to Romans. Alright, so we was in Romans and let me read this back. I lost train of thought. Salakia. Romans chapter 10 verse 11. For the scripture said, whosoever believe on him should not be ashamed. So we're not supposed to be ashamed of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So our belief is, the belief system is the faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And that's where we at with this wonderful thing about us. So you gotta defend what's right. And he is righteous, mighty to save. That's Yahweh. Wow, Yahushua. Yahweh is going to set back Yahushua. He's mighty to save. He's in his full power, full strength. He will not meet thee as a man, Ashashua. He's going to level you out and level the playing field for his whole full life. Elijah told Elisha was like, yo, it's more than us. It's more them than us. But in no reality, it's more us than them. Even in this worst case scenario, it's still more of us. Just imagine if it was like that. That the Lord would have to wake the whole nation up. We'd have drowned these people already because we are scattered abroad in the nation, and those spirits in those bodies looking like the other nations will wake up, and there'll be a rude awakening. We will drown everyone, man. This is why the Lord said He deals with us in a remnant. So we want to be a sneak attack, so to speak. Surprise! You know, we're looking at this like this. They surprised. Look at us. We greater. We more powerful. And his predestinated ones been back there before the world began. You know, they've been told these things before the world began. We just got to see who's those are. They got the ones that's crossing the borders coming over here. They got sleeper cells. They got sleepers and all that. Yeah, they're gonna wake up and gonna come out, pull out they arsenal and take down the city. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to take over America within, right? And it's happening. It's a coup, if that's how you say it. It's happening from the elites. Is they doing it? Other people are doing it. Is they all fight? The higher ups is fighting each other. The higher ups is not fighting each other, which is Yahweh. They're not fighting. They don't want concord. They're not fighting each other. He who let it will let it. Yahweh is letting all these things occur so he could show his power. It's about Yahweh Shah's power. That's what we're waiting for. We know that it's been a fight. We can feel it. We at the home stretch with this. We're not letting up. We've been defiled. We have not been. We've been amongst these other religions, but the Lord pulled us from among men. He brought us to his to the enlightenment of this truth. Did we know we were going to be doing that? Not me. That's why I crow every day. I follow the Lamb wherever he goes, and I truly believe the Lamb is with the apostles' great millstone, and the Akim, who like-minded with the truth. You know, And you can see it, it's clear. You know, we got our ups and downs, but we stay focused. Keep calm and follow the Lamb. Because he's the only one that's going to give you that crown. And, for hey, it's like our apostles said, there's spies among us, there's people there's police, and there's FBI, whatever. They out there. They amongst you, and they good at it. They really good at it, bro. They smart as a motherfucker, bro. And they might impress the apostles. Shit. I don't, for me personally, man, I'm not impressive, bro. I came from being in the streets and all that, and hey, we here now, man. And like I tell my little one, I said, y'all the only one that see me. You know what I'm saying? I'm here, go to work, come home. All these problems you see around, it is about faith. Wait, hold on. Let's read the headline to this again. And I got the word from the apostles and the elders, Akim. I truly believe that I'm standing with the great ones. I truly believe that. I'm standing with the great ones. Because I'm still compelled. I'm still fighting a good fight of faith, man. And, one of the brothers said, hey, man, I put it in my own analogy. He said it his way, I'm going to say it my way. This is musical chairs. I remember playing musical chairs when I was little. They had a long line of chairs, and we all went around the circle. And then the music's playing, and you sat down. Those didn't get a seat, they got put out. Next, went around and around. Hey, and the brother said it his way. He said, man, we may not, we coming from different areas, but when they start scooping us up from the little ships into the farther ship, we're gonna be coming from different areas. We may not all be together. It's all that matters is we got the word. The word of faith brings salvation. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for salvation. I'm looking at this. That's the only way I can look at it. I can't look at it no other way. I appreciate my apostles, my elders, my Akim. The brothers got to watch the flock, watch the flock. That's a duty. We're battling here, bro. And I can't change it, Shit, I remember being in the world, not asking for nothing. Always had something, always had something. Always, what I mean? I remember the days when $20, I turned $20 to $150. $150 to $350. Now this shit's hard as hell. I can't rub two pennies together. But I truly believe the Yahweh Shema Shah has built a brotherhood to lean on as crutches, and always, if you're in the dying need or need of something, always ask. Being a man, from my father, I remember him telling me, you gotta work hard. Gotta always, ain't nobody really gonna give you nothing. But the brotherhood has been there. The brotherhood has been there. That's and being a man, I mean, one of the brothers, Shaman, the priest Shaman, told me, he's like, yo, man, before you ask, just, he said it in a broader perspective, but which I took it as a message to me, like, hey, before you ask, try to get it yourself. So that's what I did. You try to do that a lot first before you ask. Hey, and I appreciate the brothers, from the apostles and elders down, brothers. I appreciate them so much, and I'm in my mind like, how can I give back? What can I do? And try to now the only thing I can think about is just pushing the record in my mind. Press the button. Money is necessary. Money is something. Money's a defense. But if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. I learned that. And I truly believe I'm being tested all types of angles, man. I wanted to go out right this morning. I wake up, it's a damn blizzard outside. Not a rain, not snow, but this is fucking, the rain was just coming down like But like I thought it was not going to stop. Right now it's 11 o'clock. I don't know. Let me see how it look out the window. It was pouring. It's slowing down, but it's still freaking raining. It's like it was raining all day. I wanted to go out and hit the hedges. But yeah, we gotta do this. So, being cleansed of this world, being pulled from amongst men of this world is a pleasure, is a blessing, it's mercy. So we here, man. So I just wanted to read that. The headline. This might be the name of my video. The word of faith brings salvation. The word is who? Yahweh Shah. So Salakia. Wow. Yeah, Salakia. I wanted to wow, this chapter is powerful. It's a lot here. Just going down to the point where I was going to start at. So we get the word from Yahweh Shem Shah through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah to the apostles and elders, and this is how we got. This is what built our faith. Following the Lamb is following the apostles of Great Millstone. They got the proof. They got the truth. The proof is in the pudding. Yeah. So it says, Romans chapter 10, verse 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord Yahweh Shah shall be saved. And how do you get the name? It's been broken down to us. Okay? Through the alphabets, through the Paleo Hebrew. Now we know, back to that point about the alphabets, now we know the characters, what everything is about, what it's leading up to. Calling upon Yahweh Shah's name. And how then shall they call on him how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? Now we got the belief system. And who we believe in, Yahweh Shem Shah. Now we got the name. Like, a few things been broken down. The alphabets, if I have 4 letters, they added 4 letters into the alphabet just to throw it off. It's all about upsetting prophecy. It's all about setting up, all about trying to distract, trying to make something new, trying to distract you from calling on the name of Yahweh Shah. And that's where it's at. And I know that's a fact because it's not only the people in the world, it's the spirit world. It's just demons is all over the place talking shit. People talking shit. So you gotta stay focused. Keep calm and follow the Lamb. Wherever he go. And I truly believe that's what I've been doing. And through the spirit of Hashem Shah, I hope Abaratazak get away to them chariots. You know? It ain't been easy. But most days you see it's like I went down, from the city, came back, went down there, and then you get around, see all these damn people, things you want to avoid, you see. The people out there slumming. This place is, down in the city, this looks terrible. It's like you want to be in there. You want to take it like the Matrix. You want to get in, prophesy, get the word out there, and get back out. Get in and get out, man. This shit is crazy, man. This shit crazy. But for the most part, we're going to see all this. We're going to see the transformation of power right before our eyes. It's happening, man. But at the time, before we get the throne back, the dominion, the galaxies, the foreverness, the forevermore, we're going to have to see all these other things occur in real time. We in observation mode. All right? So, how do we get the word? Through our apostles and elders. And it built our faith to get out there on the highways and hedges and preach the word. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they heard. How? That's a question. You build your faith up. You take the word. Like for example, the Apostle Hart said, like when I first met him, when I first came down, I saw him on videos. I saw the elders from, they was called the elders at this time. I saw the young men coming up under from Connecticut. I saw them out there. And I was just sitting at home. I was always come home from work and then put the computer on and I would sit there and watch, you know. And I'm like, damn, man. You know, I remember those days watching. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna be able to stand in front of these guys. You could see, it was different from watching all the other individuals. You'd be like, man, but then you saw something that was not, it was off about them. Like the Comfies, then the Nathaniel Ray, General Yohana. You know, it gotten better after Tabak. That's when I saw the Bun Lawyer. And then I seen the Apostles. That's when the moment hit. I said, there go the Eureka. That's it. That's them. That's it. That was it. It was accurate. It was passionate. It was faith-based. The substance, the hope of something that was missing. You know? And it sat inside me perfectly. You know? And I said, man, how would I obtain this? You know? How can you attain this? It's by hearing and being a doer of it. Being a doer. Man, I'm down here, you know, trying to be a rapper, you know. I mean, all the time I wanted to not smoke weed and shit. Like, the only way I was trying to like have weed because, you know, you got to try to get these women. And I was like, man, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm tired of trying to, motherfucker. I needed a breakthrough, and there it was, man. That's not gonna change, man. This is sitting there correctly, you know. Now what about all this? How I'm gonna get some money, man? And I'm like, and I heard the word, man, the word, and then you hear verses like this. One of the Essen verses. Here's a Essen verses. Essen. The root, or one of the root verses. This is a very rooted verse right here. Can't go around it. When I heard this, I said, man, what? And who said this? The king said this. Yahweh Shah. Right? Okay. He said, this is, you can't go around it. Alright? And then he tells you to not have fear. When you after learning all about the king walk to perfection, he's perfect now. And what he accomplished, and he didn't do it for himself. And his father told him, yo, if you want me to get them out of there, however that conversation was, I'm just saying it my way. You want me to get them out of there, you're going to have to go down there. That's the only way they're getting out. They already had the story. It was already written. It says before the world began. This was written. Right? Hold on. Let's find that. Before I read that. Before the foundation of the world began, Bible verse, King James Version. I put a lot in there. It's a lot there. I think it's 20. Which one that was it? Was this one? It says Ephesians. Hold on, let's read this verse. It says Revelation chapter 2 verse 9. This is one of the verses, one of my key essence verses that kept me afloat in my faith, man. And I took that chance, man. You know what? When you can only say the truth, right? When I heard these verses, man, that's when I knew I was about to be about something. So what? This isn't here. What? You know how much shit I've been through? I said, wait a minute. You mean to tell me? You got me hearing this thing, right? You got me hearing these individuals speak this. You mean to tell me by the hearing of the word and then becoming a doer, I have a chance? And then it says ask for anything in my name. And then I started doing that. That's what I started doing, man. I said, man, all right. And then the Apostle Gabar, he said, be upfront with Yahweh Shemel. I said, well, what? You got just put it on the table? Put all your issues on the table? All right. And I started doing that. And that started working. But Satan hinders, man. Satan, there's a bet going on, man. It's that bet, bro. Then I read that in Job. I said, what? Come on, man. We experiencing something here. Then I seen all these phenomenal things happening. I said, I'm sorry, this is how I say it. This is how I say, I say, Lord Ski, man, did you? I just, hey, Lord Ski, man, you just see what this happened? Speaking to Yahweh while y'all shout, Apostle Ball said that. He said, just be upfront, you know what I mean? You ain't gotta be, he already know everything. Might as well just speak everything. So that's what I've been doing, man. It says, Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy work in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. I said, what? I got all these issues, tribulation and poverty, but I'm rich. I know the blaspheming of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. That's twofold. We know it deals with back then, but it's really applying to now, because who say they are Jews. There's people out here who say they are Jews. Back then, they were Jews. The ones back then, when Yahushua was talking about them, they were Jews. The Sadducees, the Pharisees, they knew the law, they knew this. They were Jews. But now, the ones now who they say they are Jews and are not. That applies to Ashashua in the game, the ones over there with the small hatters. But are the synagogue of Satan. And they're twofold too. They was doing satanic shit, trying to bring down the king. Now shout. But now, I remember watching the video back in the days. The small hatters, they was like, if Jesus come back, we're gonna take him out for lunch. What? Oh shoot! The small hatters said that. I saw the video, bro. On this road to perfection, I saw nothing but videos after videos. It's so much videos, overwhelmed. I wish I could have put it on the hard drive. All the stuff I saw. Terabytes. Put all that stuff on the terabyte. I have all, but don't worry. Yahushua Shah got in it. The messengers got the message. They scooped up all that information. They got they what it's called, terabytes. They got beyond terabytes of information. Ashanti was going to prison for